Myself Dr. Padmaja. Today I am going to discuss about the problem solving concepts using set and frozen set in Python programming. Now let us start with what is a set, what are the methods in set, what are the operators and operations in set. Then let us start with set concept first. Now coming to the various data types or the standard data types in Python, we have 6 standard data types. One is numbers or numeric, then string type, then list, tuple, set and dictionary. So among the data types in Python, Python has these 6 standard data types. Now out of these data types, today we are going to talk about set data type. Now what is a set first? Set is an unordered collection of data elements or data objects. Now every element in the set is exclusive, that means no duplicacy is allowed, and it must be immutable, that means it cannot be changed. So these are the two important property. One is called the exclusive property and immutable property of set is there. That means no duplicate elements it allows, and once a set is created, you cannot change it. It is immutable. Now, as the definition says that set is an unordered collection of unique data items, then how will you create a set? So for creating a set, we use comma separated values or items enclosed within the curly braces. Now, one commonality with set and dictionary in Python is the same brackets are used for both set and dictionary. Now, first let us understand how to create a set and how to do the operations with set. Then we'll talk about the difference between the empty set and dictionary. Now, first of all, the set is defined by the values separated by the commas and enclosed within curly braces. Now, I want to create a set. Suppose the name of the set is A is equal to, within curly braces, you write down a number of elements. It may be homogeneous type or it may be heterogeneous type. You can write some elements. So 5, 2, 3, 1, 4, some of the elements are written. So this makes a set. You can see that there is no duplicacy. And if you will print it, then it will create a set. And you just type what is the data type it is having. You will find that it is a set. Now, let us create another set where this set we will give some repeated values and we'll say that and we'll see that, but it will create a set with only unique values. So sets have unique values and it automatically eliminates the duplicate values. Let us check it. Suppose you have taken a set of elements 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. That means the number 2 and 3 are repeated. But when you will print it as a set, you will find only the unique elements 1, 2 and 3. Now, as set is an unordered collection, so the indexing mechanism which is popularly used in list and tuple data type, then this indexing mechanism is of no use in case of set. So the slicing operator, what we use the slicing operator in other data types like list and tuple is also doesn't work here. So that is the unique facility or uniqueness of this set data type. So you cannot use indexing because of unorderedness of the elements. You cannot use slicing also. Now let us check how slicing operator doesn't work. So for that, let us take one set 1, 2, 3 and suppose I want to slice it out. What is A of 1? Then I'll see that the set object doesn't support indexing. So indexing mechanism, you cannot use it here. Next, how to create a set from other data types, like how to create a set from a list. Let us check it first. Now, let us take one example, set of mixed data types. So this example contains one float value, one string and one tuple. So all these three mixed data types makes a set over here. Okay. And now if you will print your set, you will get that your set is created. Right. Now, how to create a set from a list? So for that, we will use the set method and we have given here a list. You know that in a list, the elements are separated by commas and enclosed within square brackets. So this is a list. Now this list is converted into a set, and you can see that the elements are duplicate values are allowed in list. So 2 is there twice, but whenever you will make it as a set, you can see that the element 2 is not repeated. It is only unique. It appears only once. Now, next example is, suppose if you are writing like this, suppose you have a set 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4 is a list. So, set cannot have this kind of mutable items. So, this will cause an error over here. So, be careful while giving this kind of mutable items over here. So, this will create the error. Now, while creating an empty set, how will you create an empty set? Like, you know that in a list data type, we use the square brackets. So, either you can use the list method or you can use the square bracket to create an empty list. Similarly, in a tuple, so you can either use the tuple method or you can use the normal parenthesis to create an empty tuple. But the same curly braces is used for both set and dictionary. So let us check. If you will simply use the curly braces open and close, then whether it is going to create a set or it is going to create a dictionary. Let us check it. Now suppose I have written A is equal to, I have opened the parenthesis and closed it. Now let us check the data type of A. Now this object is created. If you will check its type, then by default it takes it as a dictionary, not as a set. Now then how to create a set? So for creating a set, this way will not work. So we have to use only set method. So let us create A is equal to an empty set using the set method, and then check its data type. You will get that the object A belongs to the class set. So this is the difference between a set and dictionary while creating only an empty set or empty dictionary. Please keep this in mind. Now, then we'll talk about how to modify a set in Python. So as you know that the sets are mutable. Okay. Now, if you will add a single element, then you have to go for add method. Okay. Now, if you want to add multiple elements, then you have to go for update method. So how to use add method and update method, we'll discuss here. Now, what is the difference? Using the update method, we can take either tuples or list or strings or other sets as its argument. Okay. But in all the cases, duplicate values are avoided. That is, every set should contain only unique values. Duplicates are not allowed. Now, let us take one set. My set is 1 and 3. It contains only 2 elements, and I am using add method to add one element to the set. So, using add method, you can see that it will print the set. Now, it has added the element 2 into the set. Okay. Now, if I want to add multiple elements, like I have to go for, instead of add, I have to go for update method. So, using this update method, the argument I can take as a list or tuple or string or anything. So, here I am taking the argument as a list over here. So, this list will be converted into a set and it is updated or added to the original set. So, originally the set was containing 1 and 3 and this is also containing 2 and 3. 3 is repeated. So, repeated element will not come twice, it will come once. So, 2, 3, 4 are added, or 2, rather we'll say 2 and 4 are added. 1 and 3 were already there. So, if you want to add multiple elements through a list or tuple or string, then go for update method. If you want to add individual elements or single elements at a time, then use your add method. Okay. Now, let us take one more example of update method. So, to the existing set, I want to update 4 and 5 and 1, 6, 8. So, this is another set and this is a list. Now, I am taking the data values from other two different data types. One is another set and another one is a list. and I want to update my existing set. It is possible, yes. So 4 and 5, already 4 is existing, so 5 will be added here. And from 1, 6, 8, 1 is already existing, only 6 and 8 are added to the set. So this way, modifying a set in Python is possible. Now, how to remove elements from a set? Now, a particular item can be removed from a set using the discard method or remove method. So, you have to understand what is discard method and what is remove method. Now, what is the difference between these two methods? So, the only difference between these two methods is that discard function leaves a set unchanged if the element is not present in the set. Suppose you are trying to remove or discard or remove one element using discard method and that element is not present in the set, then it won't affect anything, or it won't change, or it won't show you any error. So it will just leave as it is. But on the other hand, if you are trying to remove an element and that element is not present, then the remove function will raise an error in such situation. That is the difference between discard and remove. Let us see how to do it. Now, suppose there is a set containing the elements 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now, print the set, and this is your set is printed. Now, I want to discard the element 4 using discard method. Okay. Now, the element 4 is present in the set. So, after discarding, it will display me the set contains 1, 3, 5 and 6. As the element was present, it is simply discarded or removed from the set. Now, I am going for remove method. Remove the element 6. Yes, 6 is also present in the set. So, it will simply remove and it will print the output as 1, 3 and 5. Now, I want to discard the element 2. And you know that the element 2 is not present at present. It is not there in the set. But still, it won't throw you any error. When you will print it, it will simply give you 1, 3 and 5 as this function does nothing. As if this function does nothing. It simply will not do any work. Simply, it will, if you will print it, you will get the same elements. Now, in the same case, instead of discard, if you will use remove function, then it will throw key error. That this particular key is not present in the set. So, that is the difference between discard and remove. Now, similarly, if you want to remove an element, we can also use pop method. So, we can remove and return that item using the pop method. Let us see how. Suppose there is a set created from the string hello world. So, this is my set created, and after that I want to pop an element. So, I am writing simply pop method. Though randomly it will pop and return you one element from the set. So, at present it has returned me D. If you run it again, one more element may be popped. So, the pop method randomly selects one element and it will pop it. As it is unordered, so you cannot say which element is going to be popped. Right. Now, since it is an unordered data type, there is no way of determining which item will be popped. It will be randomly chosen. It is completely arbitrary. Okay. Now, if you want to remove all the items from a set, then you can simply use clear method. So, be careful while using the clear method. It will completely clear the set. Okay. So, if you want to clear your set, then simply write clear method, my set and dot clear method. So, if you print it, nothing is there. Now, the set is again empty. So, these are the different ways of removing elements from a set. Next, we will talk about why set is popular. Set concept has come from mathematical set theory, and in math set theory, a number of set operations are there like union, difference, set intersection, all those operations your Python set data type also provides. Now, sets can be used to carry out the mathematical set operations like union, intersection, difference, symmetric difference, and so on. Now, what is set union first? You know that suppose A is a set and B is another set. So, when you do the union, then it will show you the union of A and B is nothing but the set of all elements which is there both in A and both in A and B. That is called set union. Now, how will you accomplish this? So, union is performed using this, your union operator. Otherwise, there is a union method is also available in set. Okay, let us see some examples how to do union of two sets. Now, let us take set A and set B. Set A contains some elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set B contains 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now, let us use the union operator. So, here I have used the union operator and this will combine the elements from set A and set B and repetition is not allowed. So, you can see here 4 and 5 are repeated. So, it will only take once. So, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same thing you can do with union function also. So, you can write A dot union of B. That means A is already there. You are uniting with B. Otherwise, you can write B dot union of A. In both the cases, you will get the same answer. So, this is called the uses of union function. So, A dot union of B, that means it will combine the elements of B with A. If you write B dot union of A, then it will combine the elements of A into B. So, if you print the output, you will get the same elements after combining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now, this is called union operation. Next, we will go for set intersection operation. Intersection of A and B is nothing but the set of elements that are common in both the sets. So, in this diagram, you can see that this area is nothing but the elements which is common in both the sets. So, how to perform this A intersection B? For that, in Python, we have the AND operator to perform the intersection. Otherwise, we have the intersection method also. Let us see some examples how to do intersection. Now, let us talk about two sets containing the elements. One A contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B contains 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, let us use the AND operator for intersection. So, it will choose only the common elements which is present in both set A and set B. So, you can see here 4 and 5 are the common element. So, A intersection B will only give you the common elements present in both the sets. So, 4 and 5 is the answer. Similarly, you can do intersection function also you can use. So, you can write A dot intersection of B or B dot intersection of A. So, A is already there. You are doing intersection on B, on A, and B is already there. You are finding out the common elements of A in B. So, in both the cases, the output is same that the common elements are 4 and 5 only. Next operation is called set difference operation. Now, set difference operation is denoted by A minus B. Okay, that means A minus B or B minus A. That means the set of elements that are only in A but not in B. So, if you will see this area is nothing but A minus B. Okay, if you will talk about this particular area, which is nothing but B minus A. Okay, so B minus A is the set of elements in B but not in A. Right? Now, how to perform difference in Python? So, to perform difference, you have the minus operator. Otherwise, we have the difference method also to perform this set difference. Okay. Now, let us understand through example. Let us take two sets containing the elements. A contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B contains 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if you will print A minus B, then it will show you the elements which are only in A but not in B. So, you can see here the output is 1, 2, 3 because 4, 5 is already there in B also. So, 1, 2, 3 is the output. The same thing you can perform using difference function also or difference method also. So, A dot difference of B. Okay. So, from A, the common elements of B will be removed. So, 4, 5 is removed, you will get only 1, 2, 3. Similarly, B dot difference of A if you do, then from B, it will remove the common elements of A. Okay, so we will get only 8. Your 6, 7 and 8 are the difference. So B dot difference of A and A dot difference of B will give you two different results, which is because A minus B is not same as B minus A. That you need to understand. So this is about set difference operation. Next we talk about set symmetric difference. So symmetric difference of A and B is the set of elements in A and B but not in both. Okay, that means excluding the intersection. Excluding the intersection. The set of elements in A and B but not in both. That means except this particular area, the set of elements which are present in A and also in B, except the common elements, it is going to show you. That is called symmetric difference. So the symmetric difference is performed using this cap operator. Okay, same can be accomplished using the symmetric difference method. Now let us understand through example. Let us take two sets. A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let us use A cap B, A symmetric difference with B. So you can write like this, A cap B. So if you print it, the common elements of A and B are excluded. So 1, 2, 3 are the unique elements of A and 6, 7, 8 are the unique elements of B. Both are clubbed together. That is called symmetric difference. Similarly, you can also perform symmetric difference method also. So you can do it A dot symmetric difference of B or B dot symmetric difference of A. So in both the cases, as it is going to remove the common elements, both the cases the output will be same. So we talked about the different set operation like union, difference, intersection, your symmetric difference and so on. Now let us talk about what are the Python commonly used set methods. What Python provides to do these set operations. Okay. So we discussed some of the methods already. So we'll discuss some more. One is called the add method to add one individual element to the set. Similarly, clear method to remove all the elements from the set. Now, after applying clear method, the set becomes empty. Then copy method will return a copy of your set. Okay, this is called creating a duplicate set. Next, difference method will return the difference of two or more sets and it will give you a new set. And then discard, then intersection, is disjoint, is subset, is superset, pop, remove, union and so on. So these are some of the set methods. Whenever you will use it, then you will understand. What is disjoint? For example, is disjoint. So this particular method will return true or false. Okay. If two sets have null intersection, it will return true. Otherwise, then we can say if there is no common intersection part, then we will say both are disjoint set. Okay. If they have any common elements, then we will say that it is not disjoint. So this method will return true or false based on the values that is present in the sets. Similarly, if a set is a subset of another set or if a set is superset of another set, then these methods is subset and is superset will return true if one set is contained within another set or if one set is a superset of another set. Okay, so this is to check the set properties, superset or subset properties. Okay, similarly, pop method is also used for removing the element. Then remove method you can use. Then union is used for combining the elements of both the sets and preparing a new set. Now, next operation, let us talk about the set membership test. That means a particular element is present or is a member of the set or not. For that, the membership operators are there, in and not in. Okay. Now, we can test if an item exists in a set or not using the keyword in and not in. So, in and not in are known as the membership operators in Python. Now, let us go for one example. Now, create one set from the string apple. So, the set method will create a set by taking the characters of apple. Obviously, P is there twice in the string, but while creating a set, it will take only once. So, your set will look like, because it is unordered, so it may be A, L, E, P, something like this. So, it will create a set. Okay. Now, we are checking whether A is present in my set. Yes. it is present, so it will return true. Check whether P is present or not. Yes, it is present. If it is in P in my set, then it will return true. If P is not in my set, then it is going to return false. So, in and not in are simply used to check whether a particular element is present in the set or not. Now, the next concept is how to iterate the elements of a set using a loop. So, we can iterate through each item in a set using any loop. Suppose you are using a for loop. Let us take one example. For letter in set apple. So, apple is a string which will be converted into a set using the set method. Then, for each letter, we have to print it. So, you can see that all the letters, as P is repeated twice, while creating the set, it will only take A, E, L and P. So, this is the set that is produced using the set method. Okay. For each letter, E, L, P and A are simply iterated over the elements of the set, and it is displaying each element of the set. Now, let us discuss about what are the built-in functions that are available in set data type. Okay. So, like any other data type, what are the built-in functions supported in set? First is called all. Next is called any. So, what is the difference between all function and any function? So, all function will return true if all the elements of the set are true. Okay. If the set is empty, or if a valid set is there with a number of elements, then this all is going to return true. But any function will return true if any element of the set is true. But if the set is empty, then it will return simply false. So, this is the difference between all and any. So, next is called enumerate. So, it will enumerate, it returns an enumerate object. Okay. It contains the index and the value for all the items of the set as a pair. Next is called finding the length of the set, or finding the maximum element or largest element in the set, finding the minimum element or smallest element in the set. Then how to return a sorted list from the elements in the set, because normally set will not support the sort method, but whenever you will apply this sorted method or function, then it will return you a new sorted list. Okay. Then sum method will return the sum of all elements in the set. Now, once the basic concepts of set is clear, there are two types of sets. One is called normal set, another one is called frozen set. Okay. Now, frozen set, what is the difference between set and frozen set? Sets are normally mutable, whereas frozen sets are immutable. Okay. So, once a set is created, you cannot modify it. So, frozen set is a new class that has the characteristics like a set, but its elements cannot be changed once assigned. Once created, you cannot change the elements of a frozen set. That's why the important property is sets are mutable, whereas frozen sets are immutable. Now, how to create a frozen set? To create a frozen set, we'll use normally the frozen set function. Frozen set function. And what are the other functions that are supported like set? Like we can use copy, we can use difference, intersection, is disjoint, is subset, is superset, symmetric difference, union, because frozen set is also a kind of set only. So, all these set properties, set operators or set operations it supports. So, how to copy a frozen set, how to find the difference, how to find intersection, union, subset, superset, all these functions are applicable in the frozen set also. And as it is being immutable, it doesn't have any methods to add or remove elements. So, for adding or removing elements from a set, we have used add method, we have used update method, we have used remove and discard methods. Those are only not supported because frozen sets cannot be changed. Now, let us move on to our editor and let us execute some programs using set theory or set concepts in Python. Now, let us write a program to find the maximum and minimum value in a set. How to find a maximum value and minimum value in a set? So for that, first of all, let us create a set over here. Now, let us S is a set. S is equal to, let us take some elements 5, 10, 12, 15, 20, 2 and so on. Let us take a set. Now, first of all, print the set and check whether it is what data type. Print type of S. So, it is a set data type you will find out. Okay. Now, we'll go for printing the maximum element from the set. So, how will you print the maximum element? There is a max function available. So, simply pass the set object. Similarly, if you want to find out the minimum element, so write minimum element from the set. Use the min function. It will print the minimum element. Okay. Let us save this program and run and see the output. Yes. So, we have created a set and we have checked the data type of the object. So, it belongs to the class set and the maximum element is 20 and the minimum element is 2. So, let us copy paste the output. So, we have written our first program to how to find the minimum and maximum value in a set. Now, let us move on to the next program. Now, next program is a Python program to check if two given sets have no common elements, no elements in common. Okay, you know that if you want to check the common elements, then we have to apply some of the functions. So how to apply? So first of all, let us create a set. So X is a set containing 1, 2, 3, 4 and Y is another set containing 4, 5, 6 and 7. You can see in this sets, the element 4 is common in both the sets. And let us take Z is a set which contains 8. So which is completely a different element it contains. Now first of all, print the original elements of the set. So how to print the elements of the set? So for that, print XYZ. So after printing the original sets, let us compare both X and Y. Okay. Now print check two given sets have no elements in common. So how will you check this? So for that, we can use the disjoint function. Okay. Now we can write X dot is disjoint. Disjoint function is disjoint will return true or false if they are disjoint with Y. Okay. So if it is returning true, then we'll understand that they have no common elements. If it is returning false, then you need to understand they have some common elements. Okay. Now similarly, so this is we have compared between X and Y. So compare X and Y. Similarly, we can compare with your Z and X. Print compare Z and X. Whether is there any commonality between Z and X? So for that, we have to write print Z dot is disjoint with X. Okay. So if it is returning true, then they are completely disjoint set. Otherwise, they are not disjoint. Okay. Similarly, you can also compare Y and Z. So, by writing simply print Y dot is disjoint with Z. Okay. Now, you can write and compare all the three sets. Then save this program and check the output. Now, if you run this, the original elements of the set are displayed. Then, if you compare, let us copy paste the output. So, you can check that when you have compared X and Y, they have common elements. So, common element is there. So, which is nothing but 4 is common. So, it returned false. Similarly, when you compared Z and X, so there is no common element. So, it returned true. Similarly, between Y and Z, there is no common element. So, both are disjoint sets. So, it has returned true. So, this way you can write simple programs to check the functionality of set data type. Now, let us move on to another example. Now, write a Python program to check if a given set is superset of itself and superset of another given set. How to check a given set is a superset of itself and a superset of another set. Okay. Now, let us start writing. Let us take one set of numbers and take some numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and so on. Okay. Now, print the original set. So, first of all, original set, comma, this is the original set nums. We have printed numbers. Okay. Now, how will you check that the same set, if nums is superset of itself? How will you check that? So, to check whether it is a superset of itself or not, let us write down the code, print the set dot, the method is each superset on the same set. So, this method is going to return true or false. So, if it is a superset of itself, then it returns true, otherwise it will return false. Okay. Now, next, let us take some other sets, like to check the superset property, let us take some numbers and create a set 5 and 7, first set. There is another set containing only 2 and 4, and there is a third set num3 which contains also 2 and 4. So, we have taken 3 different sets and we will check the superset property is applicable or not. So, if you want, you can print num1, then print num2 and print num3. After printing the original sets, let us check whether they are superset or not. So, print if num1 is superset of num2. How will you check this? So, for checking each superset method you can always use, which will return only the Boolean answer. There is another way to do also. So, you can simply compare the elements of num1 is greater than num2. You can try this way also. Okay. Now, similarly, how will you check, print that if num2 is superset of num3. How will you check this? So you can use print num2 is greater than num3. You can write like this. Okay. Similarly, you can also check print if num3 is superset of num2. So you can write here print num3 is greater than num2. So these are the different ways of writing to check whether it is one set is superset of another set or not. So each superset method will always return true or false. Otherwise, this way also you can, greater than operator also you can use to check the superset. Now let us save this program and run it. So when you run this, can you see here? Num is a superset of itself? Yes, it returns true because every element of num set is contained in the num set only. Okay. Now three different sets we have defined. Now num1 is a superset of num2. Yes, it is true. So it returns true. Num2 is a superset of num3. No, it is returns false. And num3 is a superset of num2. No, it returning false. So this way you can check it. So instead of that, you could have used the is superset method also. So both way it is correct. So in this program we have checked whether a given set is superset of itself or superset of a given set. Okay. Now let us move on to the next program. So the next program is a Python program to find the elements in a given set that are not in another set. The elements of a given set that are not present in another set. Okay. So let us start with set 1. Set 1 contains suppose 5 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Similarly, set 2 contains some elements like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now print the original sets first. Print S1 and print S2. So after printing the original sets, now let us find out the difference between S1 and S2 using the difference method first. So let us write down print difference of S1 and S2 using difference method. So for that, we need to write print S1 dot difference of S2. Okay. Similarly, if you want to print or find out the difference of S2 and S1 using difference method, then you need to write print S2 dot difference of S1. Okay. So this you need to write carefully that you are finding the difference of S1 and S2 or S2 and S1. So S2 dot difference of S1. Okay. Now if you want to find out the difference using the minus operator, okay, find or use the minus operator to find the difference, then it is very simple. You can simply write your S1 minus S2, or you can use print S2 minus S1. Right? So this way you should find out the difference of elements which are there in one set but not in the other set. That is A minus B or B minus A. You have to find it out. Now save it and run the code. Yes. Let us copy paste this code and understand. So you can understand over here two sets are declared S1 and S2. Then find the difference of S1 and S2 using difference method. A minus B, S1 minus S2 we are doing. So the elements present in S1 but not in S2. So only 1, 2, 3 are the unique elements. Similarly, difference of S2 and S1 using difference method. The element should be present in S2 but not in S1. So it is 8, 6 and 7. 6, 7 and 8 is present in S2, not in S1. Then minus operator also gives you the same results. So either you can use the difference method or you can use the minus operator. Okay. So these are the problems that we have discussed today. In this video, we have discussed about what is a set, what is a frozen set, what are the methods in set, and what are the operators in set, followed by all the set operations we have discussed. We have also discussed about a number of problems using set concepts in Python. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.